think this pasture is just about ready for grazing. Look at that. I got this cool grazing stick when we went to the Organic Valley meeting, and it has a measurement of pasture and an area where the grass is tall enough to graze up to a maximum area where it should be clipped. Let's take a look where we're at. Well, I'd say that we're right in where we're supposed to be, well above the minimum for grazing. We're at over a foot of height for the grass. Some of it's as tall as 16 inches, but maybe a foot on average. Obviously, there's a lot of other stuff in here as well. Got some thistle, some weeds that even the goats find unpalatable. Plenty of dandelions. And the other cool thing is, if you take a look down there, especially in the bare area, you see some of the clover. It's not just the bare area either. Look right here. This is clover. Down there is clover as well. All from the frost seeding. It's exciting to see the clover because it was a lot of expense in order to frost seed that. And I've actually looked at all the pastures where I frost seeded, and we have excellent germination and establishment of the clover all throughout. I think that it'll actually be helpful to the clover to get the animals on pasture fairly soon, because otherwise, since it's younger and less well established than the other grasses and weeds that are growing in here, it's going to get crowded out. Grazing is going to lower the canopy, I would think, and provide just a little more sunlight and help the clover to establish even better. It's not so easy as just putting the animals on pasture, though. There is the matter of fencing to take care of first. This particular pasture has the permanent high tensile wire, and these are all loose. These will be tightened just a little bit, and as you can see, there is quite a bit of greenery in the way of that lower wire that would really sap the power. Later on, the electric current will help to burn some of that, but especially before this first grazing, some of this is going to have to be weed eaten. In short, I have some work to do the next day or so if I want to get some animals on this pasture. Weed eating, checking the fence, making sure that nothing is shorting it out, all before we can put animals on this and let them enjoy the greenery, the lush greenery that spring has finally given us. Hello, buddies. Are you ready for me to work on getting you a new pasture? Hi. Look at you guys. Yeah. We've had these two calves in with the goats. As you can see, I've fenced off the part of the lawn south of the pole barn, and I've included a grove of trees that you can see the goats are working on right now. They're going to be fine in there for a while. This is the sort of thing that goats like, but these calves have pretty much eaten down the grass in the yard, and they are ready for that new pasture that I am going to be working on the fence for. Why, hello, girls. How are you doing? Do you think I have something more for you? Get some mineral, go back to work. Look at all that they've accomplished so far. I'm trying to clear this grove out, this grove of wasted area where there's a lot of rubble and a lot of overgrowth. I want to expose the butternut trees and the ginkgo biloba and cut down pretty much everything else. The goats are doing a great job. Well, what I'm doing now is checking the fence all along for anything that's up against it that may end up short-circuiting the electric current. And I'm also looking to make sure it's completely tight. This is a process that I may have to repeat if when I turn it on I don't have a good current running through it. Sometimes this takes a while and sometimes it goes quickly. It all depends whether I miss something, how good a job I do. One more thing to do before we test this. 3 grounding rods here. And I noticed that the goats did a number on the attachment to them. Let's put this back together. Well, that's a good sign. There's electricity. Now, oh, there might be a charge too. Let me turn that off before I clean the dust off. Electricity. There we go. Okay. Now there's a better way to test it, and that's this nifty little voltage meter. Let me make sure this is my ground side here. This is my fence side here. That is a powerful fence. Do you see all that? It goes all the way up to the top. That should keep the steers in, I think. I also want to test it out here, away from the box. Oh yeah, you can't see it quite as well in the daylight, but we're all the way up to the top. Yeah, there it is. Well, excellent. The mice got into the squash in the basement, which is bad news for us, but Petunia and babies will be happy. There we go. Here, just put it down for her. Right there's fine. Whoops, it's scary? It's scary, I guess. Who's gonna be brave? Any brave piglets? Doesn't look like it.
There's a lot of striped ones.
Yes, there are. Oh, there they come. There
Like
are
a
they
cow.
gonna come? Yeah, there's one that looks like a cow. Not quite brave enough. One thing you learn pretty quickly when you farm is that there's nothing that baling twine can't fix. What's up, pretties? hay's coming along. This is beautiful. Got some alfalfa in there. Probably a few weeks and we'll be cutting hay. Thora, how are you? Tarcy's a little standoffish today. Is the water going yet? Oh yeah, look at that. Yep, it's coming, yeah, alright. Tarcy's a little standoffish. I think he's annoyed with how little attention he's getting out here in the far pasture. Thora, though, she doesn't care. I have no idea where the steers are. I'm assuming they're in the woods somewhere. We better check on them before I go back up. Uh-oh. There he comes. There you are. Hi. How are you? So, like I said, I'm in the corner pasture. This is a pasture, the farthest out. I did not frost seed it with clover. My idea was that when the horses and steers were done up in the produce field, yes, I know, sorry, they could come down here. And it was tight, it was close. I did a lot of bale grazing and almost missed my window because spring has been so slow, and I had to wait until there was actually something to eat out here. But it worked out, and here they are. The thing is, they're none too happy at the moment because, as you can see, they've really eaten this down. See my steers coming? They're coming. They want to know what's up. Hey, buddies. Hi. Are you telling me the forage is starting to thin out here? Is that the problem? You really did eat a lot of this grass, didn't you? Goldenrods? You even ate the tips of the goldenrods. Wow. Still some greenery. Hi, Thora, you won't leave me alone. You're just a bug. You're just a bug. Well, now everybody's excited. Don't get me. Don't get me. Yeah, hi. So, as soon as tomorrow, once we take care of those calves and get them on what we call the goat pasture. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, I know. Yeah, oh, you need attention too? Oh, look at these big babies. It's a little scary though, because they're not little, and of course I gave them bottles, so they think I'm mom. Anyway, as soon as we take care of the little steers, these guys and the horses are going to move on to what we call the large pasture through a passageway and up over the hill, which is just huge. I need to put a couple electric lines to keep them out of the woods though, and hook those up to the electric box attached to the permanent wire. And I think the clover is pretty well established there. So these guys, they deserve their greenery. They've been patient, right? All right. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, you have, oh, yes. I was trying to get the flies out of your eyes. All right. I better go before I get totally licked to death. This is a multi-part strategy. Part one involves distracting all these goats so they don't try to follow the steers out. I'll cut something down for them. One over over by the raspberries, right here.
Over here.
All right, everybody else get up farther. Let's go. You're gonna bring them? All right, farther up. Remember, we're taking them past my tractor. Clement, look at my tractor. We're taking them past my tractor. That's fine, just make sure you follow them up past the greenhouse. Don't let them cut. They're gonna go in the driveway, okay? All right, you got them in there? Come on, buddies.
I'll go down there. No.
All right.
I don't know if our plants would be so loud.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
He's coming, he's coming. That's a naughty
Get around that way. Come on. There you go. Come on. There's two. All right, so now Cletus, you worry about the gate and the fence, okay? We're not going fast. We're not going fast. There you go.
They're gonna go around.
There we go. You just stay there, Clement.
Come on, Python.
They might go to the barnyard.
Clement.
Clement, you're not paying attention.
You're not paying attention at all. Come on, boy.
Yep, there you go. Nice and slow. There's no reason to rush them. There we go.
Yeah. Get down on the hill. Come on, get down.
No, buddy, that way. That way. Where are you going? You're going the wrong way. There's grass over there. All right, there you go.
Zipper, get down there.
Guard the potatoes. We've got them over here.
Zipper, go guard the potatoes.
There we go.
Right of wall, Zipper. Oh, he's going for the apple tree.
There we go.
Don't eat my apple tree. Look at them. No, no, no. Just pull it. Stop swinging.
It's fine.
Stop swinging your stick.
Now it's ready. They're already going
There
again.
we go. Look at that.
They love it.
Fence is on still.
JavaScript 1.
Look at how happy they are.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at that.
that's so pretty too. See them out on the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Happy boy.
Look at that. We beat the storm. JavaScript and Python. And these little goats, once they're past their worming protocol, they're gonna join. Hello! Hello! How are you guys? Yeah. Hi. Yes. Almost time for you guys to graze too.